Welcome to welcome to Demolition Wrench, where we work on cars. This is my 1990 Corvette ZR1, and you guys haven't seen it in a while, and a lot of stuff has changed, as you can see. It's missing both seats, all the carpet, all the stuff in here, and then, yeah, the dash exploded as well. A lot of stuff has been happening to this Corvette. We actually are having, I can't tell you exactly what we're doing with the engine. There's some engine stuff happening right now, but it's not happening here. There's nothing really for me to show you or do on the engine. So while we're waiting on that engine stuff to happen, we're gonna go ahead and take care of all the things that need to be taken care of in here for our restoration of this 30-year-old beater Corvette. For those who don't know, this thing was a mess. It obviously is hilarious looking and was in a flood at some point. Most of our electronics are like totally fried in it or need some kind of work. So we are going through everything to try to figure out how to make this car back to not only as good as it was from the factory, but much better than it was from the factory. All of these interior components came out. Hello dogs, hello Burke. And we are going to clean them all up because they're all nasty. They're all 30 years old. We're gonna clean them up, repaint them, and then they'll be ready to go back in once they're all pretty. Take this. That was really loud. And I was gonna put on my coveralls so I don't get my Demo Ranch hoodie all dirty. We have these awesome coveralls that say Demo's Garage on them, but I can't find mine. These are Burke's. I have no idea where I put mine. I'm gonna talk to the bunker and see if they have any extras that they can get me. We custom made those obviously to be funny, but also I wanna keep all my stuff from getting gross. But anyway, all my stuff's about to get gross because I can't find my coveralls. Warm water. Warm soapy water. Okay, big old pile of black interior pieces. Also have some grays over here that still need to be cleaned. I'm gonna start working on the door panel in here. So, well, the lack of door panel, the actual interior of the door. I need to get this window regulator out because it is totally locked up and our windows are stuck up. Problem is, it has two screws on it, but you can't get to them because it's all the way up. You need to bring it down to get to them. So I think I'm gonna have to just chop a bunch of stuff to drop the window to unscrew it so I can try to get this one back in. I don't know, I'm gonna start working on it. Also, I found my coveralls! So I'm back. They looked a lot cooler when I had nothing on and it was actually sleeveless. But it's 42 degrees in this barn right now and I want sleeves. So anyway, I'm a real mechanic now. My name is Demo. I am the owner and operator of Demo's Garage, the head mechanic, which is not great, but we're gonna tackle this door thing now. Maybe I don't have to cut anything. So there's a hole here and two here. I think that's what's holding it in. So that nut and bolt there, and then there's that one and that one. And I think if I get those free, then the window will be free, but the problem is I don't think the window will come out the top because it has that thing hooked on it to lock it from going up too high. So I think it only goes down. Maybe that'll allow it to slide down. I might be able to get all the bolts out, but I may have to cut it in half just to get that thing to come out because it's supposed to be much lower. I don't know. I'll start taking bolts. I'll let you know. Okay, I got the bolts out of the top here. I got the ones out of the bottom. It's still very stuck. I thought it would be wiggling more. So now I'm gonna try to separate the window from the regulator. Kind of worried I'm gonna shatter a window real quick, but time will tell. Working on this one up here, can barely get in there. The next one's gonna be really hard, but by some stroke of good luck, we can see it straight through here. How good is that? So a couple extensions and we'll be good to go. So I got all of the nuts off of this thing. The window is totally free, but still stuck, if that makes sense. It's not screwed in anymore, but there's some stops that keep it from falling down or up with this thing in the way. And this thing is locked up and won't go down, and it's wiggling in here, but it's stuck. So I'm just gonna come with an angle grinder and chop it in half. And I have this thing clamped so the glass hopefully won't fall down. This thing should, and then everything will come out in 2 pieces. And then this one, since it is at a different position, you can see it is down right now instead of all the way up like that one. And it should go in easy. It should. We'll find out. It's out. So this is the regulator here. This is the new one I'm going to be putting in. So if you're interested in knowing how a window regulator works, it has a little motor here that when you flip your switch, power goes to that, turns the motor, which turns a gear in here, which moves this big gear. You can see those teeth there. And then it raises this arm up. We got a spring here to help with the weight. And so it starts here down low, and it starts raising that arm, and it pushes it all up to the high position right there. And it's camming in certain ways to make it to where it stays level as it goes up. But pretty interesting. Now the big question, can I get this in there? Much better. Cool, okay. So I need to bolt it in to the top and the bottom, and then bolt it to the 3 bolts on the window, and this is done. Sort of. So I got the bolts in the top and the bottom, and I got the nuts all here hooking the glass to our new regulator. There's a ton of adjustment. I don't have anything tightened, so you can see there's a ton of adjustment. This thing slides forward and back. The whole regulator actually moves too, so I'm just gonna snug everything down. This, once we get it all back together, will have to be adjusted, because right now we can't turn on this thing to watch the window go up, because we have all these wires out and everywhere. So right now, I'm just gonna snug everything down to approximately where it will go. And then later we'll come back and have to actually adjust all this stuff and make the window go up to the right place. But that was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Snug these, and we'll tackle that one. Actually, before we switch to the other side, I'm gonna finish this door with the door ajar sensor. I have a new one. And then also the little lock actuator there. I don't know how hard that's gonna be to get out. Oh, looks easy. Oh no, I gotta get it from the other side, looks like. That could be fun. Let's do this one, it looks easy. These things were all screwed up, and when we had the power on in the car, even when the doors were closed, it still thought they were open. So obviously, these had some water in them, and need to be replaced. But they're little easy to replace parts, so should not be a big deal. Old one, new one. Perfect. Done. This is done. And after closer inspection, those are rivets, so I'm gonna have to just grind that out, if you know what I mean. I did it. I am such a good grinder. So good. It's really hot. I touched something hot. So I gotta get this bracket off. Well, I actually don't. The bracket's trash. I have a new bracket, but I need those bolts. But here's what's dumb with the Americans using their standard system. Most of the bolts on this car are metric. Like everything we found so far is metric. So we're using all metric sockets. This is a 7mm. It's too big. This is a 6mm. It's too small. There's mostly metric and then some random SAE bolts on this car, which is so annoying. Like, America, get with the program. Let's go metric. I'm on board. I'm the most American guy I know, and I'm ready to ditch SAE. Let's go all metric. Come on, who's with me? I also realized I don't have a tiny SAE socket set. All I have is a tiny metric socket set. So I'm having to use a crescent wrench like a caveman. Ugh. God, this is so dumb. Stupid America. I'm just kidding, America. You're the best. But you know what I wish I only had to do? Is have one set of sockets and one set of wrenches. Not metric and SAE. Just one. Just metric. Because it's the best. It makes sense. Don't be dumb. All that complaining, and then I realized, oh, actually there are bolts in the new one. I just didn't see them. So I, yeah, took all those bolts out. for no reason with my crescent wrench. It's because the standard system's stupid. That's why I did that. Cool. All right, so that's the new one. There's the old one. Hooked up this little rod to it, and it goes up and down. So this all covers down here, I guess. There's a weird cover on the new one that wasn't on the old one. About as good as we're gonna get. It'll help keep a little water off the next time it floods, you know? And we're gonna rivet it in. This is a rivet, so you pass the rivet through the hole there, and then on the inside it'll go into that hole there. And then when you squeeze the trigger, it pulls this rod through, it widens that on the other side and holds it in. So the only way to get it out is to grinder or drill it out. So let's try that. Come on, get in there. There we go. Bottom one is in. That didn't work.
Not rivet?
We may not rivet. So it didn't work. It did start working, but I don't know. It made these holes too big in the fiberglass. I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, yep, there we go. That was it, perfect. I think I just chickened out on the first one and didn't go enough until it snapped. That should do it. Okay, and our lock mechanism is riveted in. Sweet. Done, done, done. Earlier when I couldn't find my coveralls, I called the bunker and I was like, hey, you guys have any more coveralls? And they were like, no. And I was like, dang it, I don't have my coveralls. How am I gonna demolition wrench without coveralls? And so then I, of course, as you know, I eventually found them, but I didn't call them back and say I found them, so they felt sorry for me. So they threw together some things. We've kind of been talking about this, but we hadn't like finalized it yet. We have merch for demolition wrench, and they decided since I couldn't find my coveralls and they felt bad for me that they were gonna go ahead and rush it and get it done today. 1 second, let me take off this ridiculous shirt, and I'll be right back. Check it out, demolition wrench. How cool is that? You see it's kind of like faded, and we wanted to make it like an old school sign, like you would see that was some like old shop back in like the 50s, you know? And now it's kind of weathered, and so yeah, we have demolition wrench shirts for sale. Look, let me show you, we got another one too. We also have this one. Look at that piston right there. Oh, I hope those are metric wrenches. If these are SAE wrenches, I'm gonna be so mad, but look at that. We have a few designs. They're gonna be on Bunker Branding. 1 sec. My pants are falling down. My coveralls. Hold on. Okay, we have a few designs. They're gonna be on bunkerbranding.com. We also are gonna do one more thing. I decided for this next part it would look better if I just went ahead and lost the shirt. The other big thing we're doing, okay, listen. A few of you guys sent emails and commented that you wanted coveralls like this. I don't know if you're joking or not, but we decided for a limited number we would do it just to be funny. So we are actually going to have coveralls like this, exactly like this, that you can purchase, and they will say Demo's Garage over here, and then this patch will actually be custom, and you can put your name there. We will custom make it and put both these patches on here, one Demo's Garage and one Jim, or whatever your name may be. And we will make these, actually, you know what, if you want the sleeves cut off, comment that too. I'll cut your sleeves off. We will have a custom patch and custom sleeves. They're gonna take a little longer, obviously, because they're having to do a lot of custom stuff that's not like a t-shirt. We just make them and send them out. So give us a little time, but we can make for a very limited number and a very limited time, because I think it's gonna be too much work and it's gonna be really hard. But we will make you custom coveralls if you want to be an actual member of Demo's Garage. But anyway, if these aren't on the site anymore because we hate making them and it's way too hard to do all the custom stuff, we got a bunch of shirts. Demolition Wrench, link in description below. Also this weekend we're doing some good deals on the Bunker Branding stuff. So if you want to check out the site, check it out. A lot of cool stuff happening right now. I'm gonna put my shirt back on because it's freezing out here. little door lock actuator, the ajar sensor, and the window regulator, motor, and everything is in this door, as well as that one. Look at all this stuff that's painted. Brand new looking. We got some special like upholstery, plastics kind of paint that's made for this interior kind of stuff. All the black stuff over here and the gray stuff over here is all drying. A couple little things off the engine as well. And I also didn't show you this thing. What a weird looking thing, right? So this is the rear end. So the Corvettes have independent rear suspension, and that is like a weird support thing. They call it the bat wing, apparently. But that is the rear end, and we dropped it because we are putting different gears in this thing. It's geared kind of high, which gives you like great gas mileage when you're driving on the highway. We want to gear it way lower, so I got some 411 gears that just came in, and we'll put them in that at a later date. But let me show them to you. I actually have not even opened the box yet. I just remember with my other Corvette, I always wanted it to be geared lower, so I didn't want to waste any time with this one. Wanted to get these gears quick, and I misspoke. It's 410 gears. So these are actually the same gears that are in a first gen Viper. They have the same rear end in them. Obviously the styrofoam did nothing. But anyway, here's our new 410 gears, which we will be putting in this thing sometime soon. What a mess. Okay, anyway, that's our gears. Ring, pinion. And this package has our clutch. So this thing is an upgrade over stock as well. For one, it's pink, and it's a twin disc, so a little different design. Dang, that is pretty. So good. Okay, this is not going in today either, but look at that. And basically, twin disc just means more surface area for friction. So hopefully we'll grab real hard. Okay, it's pretty. And something else that we have for the ZR1 is that it's aluminum. And I want you to comment below what you think we are going to do with that big of a piece of aluminum. I'm just interested to see what you think. Some more mail. Jesslyn, who has a YouTube channel, Unicorns Are Real, sent a couple shirts for Annie and Addie. Thank you. They're gonna love that, like for real. I'm gonna be the coolest dad ever today. TitaniumPewPew.com sent us some titanium nitride coated barrels. Super cool, thank you. Sherilyn McDowell made me some quilts. 1 second, let me open it. That's very different from the last package I opened. Dang, check this out. A little bit of Texas, a little bit of America. What else can a guy ask for? Thank you. You're awesome. And the other one is the American flag. Kind of her own take on it. I like it. Thank you, thank you. You're the bomb. I didn't even notice this. The back of the Texas and America quilt has A&M all over it. It's just the best quilt I've ever seen. Bring a tear to my eye. That will wrap up this episode of Demolition Wrench with the old ZR1. And don't forget, I have these awesome shirts now linked in description below. All of our Demolition Wrench merchandise for the first time ever is launching right now. And I'm just pumped about the Demolition Wrench series in general. I already have ideas of what I want to do after this. This ZR1 is just a car that I always thought was so cool. The C4 ZR1s. It's kind of nostalgic a little bit for me because over a decade ago I had a C4 Corvette, and it was the base model, the boring model. And I always saw these things and just thought, God, one day I could get that. I never did. I got this junky one instead. But someday maybe this thing will be turned into a really, really cool ZR1, even better than the factory, because I got some big plans for this thing. But like I said, after this thing, now I'm already like, let's keep Demolition Wrench going. I have a lot of other cars I also have always wanted to kind of build and put together. So, big things coming on Demolition Wrench. One of them that I hadn't planned on that just kind of popped up recently was Cletus and Cars, a burnout car. Now, like, I've just been scouring Craigslist for a burnout car to make it to his next one so that I can not just be a spectator, but actually participate and do some drifting and burnout. But I don't want to do it in this thing because, yeah, I don't really want to wall tap and bust off the back end of a car that I've spent a lot of hours on and really like. I'd rather do it in like a junker car that we throw an LS motor in and just destroy it. So anyway, I think we may, depending on what my wife says, be looking around for a burnout car. That'd be cool. Thanks for watching Demolition Wrench. We have a logo now. I love you, and I'll see you next time.
Oh.
Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mayor.